Well, here we go. Nathan awoke to a knock on the door. The housekeeping lady always got up too early for his liking. Housekeeping? He wished she could get the message that this room was out of bounds. But he woke up anyways and opened the door. Morning, Minerva. No need to clean today. I'm going to stay in. She looked at him up and down and said, I don't think so. You have been in there for 3 days straight. Mr. Dionysus says you need to pay up before you stay another night. Nathan sighed. Fine. Tell him I'll take commission in a few minutes. Just let me get dressed. Hurry up. The other guests are complaining about the smell. He rolled his eyes and closed the door. When Nathan walked into the main hall, Mr. Dionysus was already waiting for him. Well, look what the cat threw out. You ready to do some work? Nathan didn't say anything and instead just pointed at his feet while he walked towards the mission board and then gave him a look and that said with all the love in the realm, I'm going to. He read some missions, orcs in the south, simulacrum test, assistant needed, join the army. Pass, pass, most definitely pass on that last one. That was nothing good. In that moment, the door opened loudly and a kid, a giant kid with a backwards hat, walked in. If Minerva thought Nathan smell was nothing in comparison to this freak of nature, he stepped back when he saw the kid was walking towards the board and looked at Dionysus. Do you know him? Barely. That's Rocky, the kid of the giants that live uptown, outside the walls. We barely see them enter the city. They both saw that the kid, Rocky, stuck a torn leather patch with some crude writing. Nathan walked closer and read, Puppy missing. Reward after I see him safe. Looking back, he said, Well, looks like I found myself a job for the day. Nathan had been going in the direction Rocky told him for half a day now. Both him and his horse were tired. He decided to look for an area with a big tree and set camp. He tied the horse to the tree and took his tent out. But of course, he couldn't even finish that when a group of men approached him. They came from the forest, 3 of them. A big, fat one, likely the leader. The other two were too sickly looking to be in charge of their own diet. Evening, traveler, said the big one. Evening. I hope I'm not intruding into private territory. But he knew it wasn't. This land outside the walls didn't belong to anyone but the beasts. Oh no, not at all. We do, however, charge a fee to sleep safely. You see, the beasts are wild in these areas. We take care of them for you, so you can sleep like a baby, he said with a wide grin. So this is how it was going to go. Listen, buddy, I barely have enough copper to pay my innkeeper, so I'm afraid you won't be getting any payment for your service today. Call it a service to the community. Afraid we can't do that, he said while gesturing to the other two to surround him. Nathan hated wasting energy in punks like this, but the job was the job. And a loud crack deafened everyone near him. when he shot Thunderstruck. The pistol cracked with electricity and hit the big man straight in the chest. The other two ran to him, knives at hand. He rolled and shot again. Crack! The bolt bounced from one to the other this time. Both men fell face first. Nathan walked to the big man who was gasping for air and said, I guess you are going to provide service to the community. Now, have you seen a dog? This music is not that great for the scene. Let's see. All right. Oh, well. It wasn't hard to find the cages after walking for a while. The beasts were loud and they were angry. I get it. I would also like to be to be alone in my bed. He debated the idea of letting all of them go right now, but he was one and would not be able to face them if they decided to attack their liberator. So he looked for the dog instead. The description said it was a black dog with a scar eye. What he found instead was a thing of mist. The cage was big as a house, and so was the beast inside, a gigantic black wolf. In contrast to the other beasts, this guy was calm and looked looked at him as in asking, "You gonna try something?" Nathan looked Nathan took the piece of leather that Rocky pinned to the board. The smell was still strong. When he got closer and showed it to the dog stood up. Nathan walked closer to the lock. So I'm taking you to Rocky, okay? And the one good eye looked less aggressive. It took a good minute to pick the lock, but he got it. The dog came out slowly, looking like confidence incarnate. If confidence looked like it could tear you in half in one bite. Okay, well, we can get going this way. But the dog didn't follow him. The dog didn't follow him. He waved the leather patch again, but the dog, wait, come on, music. This isn't what I, let's do this one again. Sorry, guys. He waved the leather patch again, but the dog looked at the other beasts instead. Listen, buddy, I can't control them. They would just kill me before I could take you back to town. As if he understood him, the wolf, gave a loud howl. He felt his very bones shake. When the dog was done, all the other beasts were quiet. The dog looked back at Nathan and nodded to the cages. All right then. When they arrived to town, everyone parted ways. He couldn't blame them. He saw how this guy kept a bunch of beasts quiet by himself, some of which were behind them in a line. Rocky yelled from the distance, Puppy! And the wolf walked to him. It looked resigned, as if he was taking care of the kid instead. That tracks, Nathan said to himself. Hey, Rocky, I got your puppy back. He's a good boy. When he said that, Nathan swore the wolf gave him a look that said, Don't you dare call me that again. How did you lose him anyway? Nathan said. Oh, Puppy just likes to wander around. Pops wasn't around yesterday, so the bad guys took him, I think. Anyways, here, Dad said to give this to whoever helped. It was a backpack filled with coins of all types, mostly copper, but there was some gold and silver also. Bye, little hat man, and they left. Okay, well, that's it. Tell me what you think. I know it's not great, but again, just let go and write something. If this is practice. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna try to keep doing this type of live stream practice and just uploading it to the channel. Bye.